Hey there guys, welcome to the Diablo 3 Necromancer beta. We are going to be going into a little bit of a guide here on the Pestilence build, or the Bone Spear build. This is a bit of an interesting one. It is not currently the highest rated build as far as I can tell. I do love the look of the armor though. It makes you look like one of the Black Plague doctors. Apart from my mechanical wings, ignore that. What we're going to be going into here today, though, is we're going to be talking about the ins and outs of the build and how exactly it plays. Now, the nice thing about this build is it is very one-style. There's not a lot of things that you're going to be doing with it. It is go forward and kill. The more mobs there are, especially the lower health mobs there are around you, the better this build is going to be. Exceptionally good for running power leveling, and exceptionally good for regular rift farming. So I'm just going to hop into this one. This is a T6. This is not an optimized gear check or gear listing at this point. It is still very, very unoptimized. I'm still working on getting some pieces. This is just kind of the ins and outs and how I actually like to play this. First of all, we will go over some of these skills and how each and every one of the skills is going to play into this. Let me pull this up here real quick. Okay. So for this one, we're going to be running a couple different things. Number one, bone armor. Doesn't really matter what rune you put on it. It's completely up to you guys, whatever you think would work best in your playstyle. Command skeletons, again, any of the runes on this one will work just fine. It does not have to be the frenzy one. I just prefer frenzy. It is my my preferred one for this. Blood rush with hemostasis, remove that health. That's all. Just removes the health cost. You can use a different one if you'd like. I prefer hemostasis. Devour with devouring aura. This is the most important thing on this one. So the gear itself, the different pieces that you have on here and your different set bonuses are going to be kind of the biggest thing on this one. The two piece on this one is kind of huge. Each corpse that you consume fires corpse lances at a nearby enemy. This is why the more things that you have with low health around you that will die quickly, the more stacks you're going to get of this and the more free damage you're going to be doing. It's outrageous. The 4 piece on this one, hitting an enemy with Bone Spear, reduces the damage taken by 2% up to a maximum of 50%, and it lasts for 15 seconds. As long as you're killing stuff, you get a shit ton of damage reduction. It is, once again, just phenomenal. 6 piece is where things kind of get really stupid. Each corpse you consume grants you an empowered Bone Spear charge that can increase the damage of your, that increases the damage of your Bone Spear by 3,000%, and this stacks up to 100 times. Each corpse that you pick up will give you, I believe it is 2 stacks, although they may have nerfed that. We will definitely find out here in just a couple seconds though, because I'm going to try and see how much damage I can do with this. Apart from that, I am using the Funerary, I think is how you pronounce that. I could be wrong. Pick. This increases blood siphon to travel up to different targets. The reason I'm actually using this one is because I got this guy attacking with siphon blood. It has a 50% chance to cast a free blood nova. So this is why you see gigantic waves of blood popping off of my character, and this happens quite often. Apart from that, Convention of Elements can be nice, although it is definitely not necessary. Traveler's Pledge is a really good set from what I've been hearing from a lot of people on the beta so far. I am using Wisdom of Kalan, which will increase the amount of bone stacks I get from my bone armor up to 15 instead of just being 10. Also, it's probably one of the best amulets I've gotten so far. Apart from that, everything else is completely unoptimized. So my belt, my bracers, my other ring, both of my rings technically, all completely subject due to change. If you guys feel something would go great inside there, definitely post it up. I will be happily looking at some of the comments on these and seeing what would work better inside of some of these locations. As you can kind of see right off the bat, Bone Spear just goes completely nuts, hitting for just copious amounts of damage, and it's extremely fun to dick around with. Trying to gather up as many enemies as you possibly can to hit one Bone Spear. Apologize, I didn't actually go over the rune I'm using in Bone Spear. I am using the Shatter rune in Bone Spear, so when it hits a target, it explodes onto the targets around it as well and does damage to them. This is just for my personal style of clearing. I have been hearing about some people using the Blighted or Blighted Marrow, which will increase by 15% for each enemy it passes through. I don't know if there's actually a cap on that one though. If there's not a cap on that one, I can see that being really ridiculous. But I'm still kind of selfish with this one. Just it fits my playstyle more. I could probably see Teeth also being used really well on this one. Just I think the range on Teeth is way too short for what I'm going to be for what the way that I play anyway. But that is just about everything for now. I will go ahead and clear up this rift real quick, and we can let you guys just enjoy the rest of this clear if you want to. If you have any questions on this one, please feel free to leave a comment. I will be happy to answer any questions that I see down there. I'm very active on my comment responses. You can also hit up all of my information, or you can hit up any of my social media accounts. They are in the description below. I also have a Discord channel that has been opened up on here, unpartnered at the moment, so it's just a matter of enjoying conversations with everyone. If you guys like to hit me up at all, definitely feel free to go ahead and knock yourself inside there and say hi. I will be happy to write back. Thank you very much. I hope you guys have a wonderful night.